morning friends, welcome to Sai Pari channel. Today we'll see what are the factors that the resistance of an element depends on. So we'll see a video now. So now what I'm doing is I have connected a battery. You can see the current 2.17, that is a current measuring device, and then voltmeter. Okay, so the current is 2.17. You can see the electron flow. What now I'm doing is I'm stretching the wire. So the current is being slowly decreasing. You can see as I'm stretching, the current is decreasing from 2 it has gone to 0.47. The voltage is the same, and you can see the electron flow. It is very slow. Now I'm pulling it back, so I'm compressing it. So what is happening is, so you can see the current is again 2 amps. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace this wire by a thicker wire. So I'm going to replace this. I'm removing these 2 wires and I'm replacing by a thick wire. Let's see what is going to happen. So the voltage is 9 volt. It's not so clear because it's animated one and it's pre-recorded. So now I'm going to replace a thick wire here and I'm going to measure what is the current in it. Right. So let's see what you think the current will be. It's going to be more or less. That is a question for you. So if you think it is going to be more or less, let's find out the answer now. Okay, you can see it is red hot, the battery. The voltage is still 9 volt, but the current is, you can see, 2,11,094. So the current is very high now. So now if I'm changing the diameter or thickness of the wire, you can see the speed of the electron. So if I'm changing the diameter, the current is also changing. So which means I'm changing the thickness of the wire. See, now the area is maximum. The current is very red hot. So if okay, so now we'll go to the board explanation. Okay, so what we are going to do is, so what are the factor resistance depends on? Number 1, this is the initial wire. So now what I did is I have stretched the wire. So which means the electron have to travel very far, as well as the electron is going to make a collision with each other. So if it is colliding each other, what happens is the resistance is going to be very high. So which means if the resistance is very high, what will happen to the current? Current is the opposite to it, so definitely the current is going to be very low. So can we conclude that as the length increases, the resistance also increases, so the current decreases. So I'm going to place you near a tunnel. A small tunnel is there. So I'm making you to run here and here. So which will be easy? So first one will be easy. Why? Because the diameter or the thickness is tunnel is very high, so you can run very easily. Here, so he has to crawl through it. It will take very long time. So same concept here. So when the diameter or thickness of the wire is increased, the electrons can move very easily, which means the current is going to be very high and the resistance is going to be less. Can we say now, as the area increases, resistance is decreasing. So which means it is inversely proportional. So as the area increases, more electrons can flow easily, so the current increases, resistance is going to be decreasing. Temperature and type of material. Temperature. So what happens when the temperature is changing? Collision will be more, so the resistance will be also more. So the resistance also depending on temperature. And type of material. For example, if there is a copper wire, number of electrons is going to be different. If I take a silver wire, it's going to be different. So we can conclude that resistance depends on what? Resistance depends on length, resistance depends on area, resistance depends on temperature, resistance depends on type of material. Can we write the equation as resistance is proportional to L by A? So how to remove proportional symbol in physics? By introducing a constant, which is rho L by A. So rho is called as resistivity, which is constant. So resistance depends on length, resistance depends on area, resistance depends on temperature, and resistance depends on type of material. As the length changes, the electron has to travel far. As the collision is going to be more, the resistance is going to be high. So that is directly proportional. For the area, the tunnel width, you're going to remember. So if the width is going to be very high, the electrons can go very easily. Like you are queuing up. If there is a single queue, it will take long time, right? If you have multiple counters, you can buy very easily, right? So similarly, the same way. And that's all. We will see problem in the next class, which will be for 12th standard, state board, as well as CBSE. Thank you.